combat these environmental changes. Firstly, it is important to recognize BP's key factors for success. According to BP, relationships are key to their success. They claim to rely heavily on their relationships with governments around the world. This helps them to negotiate more beneficial and more profitable deals, as well as influence legislation. Sustainability is another key factor for success. BP is sustainable until 2020 without any additional investment in exploration. This allows them to invest more in research and development in alternative forms of energy. To analyze BP's strategy, I will employ the use of the SWOT analysis. Strengths: low carbon future. Unlike its main competitor, ExxonMobil, BP is diversifying by investing $4 billion in alternative energy, mainly biofuels, solar, and carbon capture programs. They are also promoting low-cost energy pathways, for example, gas for power generation, and investing more heavily in research and development for alternative forms of energy. Coping with the rapid depletion of their reserves, or sustainability. To do this, or to combat this, they are tapping into residual oil located in their fields, maintaining production in geological formations featuring high levels of sand and salt, and analyzing the future by creating such documents as BP Energy Outlook 2030. Their strategic approach is also a strength. It is the prescriptive approach, and this allows them to analyze the future. However, this has its weaknesses as well. Weaknesses: weak management and leadership. BP's management and leadership has been proven to be unclear and indecisive. They are also not being diligent in regards to carrying out deals, such as their deal with Rosneft. Their image has taken a public battering after the Gulf of Mexico crisis. They also operate within an oligopoly, which means close rivals such as ExxonMobil are in a position to take advantage of BP's mistakes. Their prescriptive strategy approach, or strategic approach, also leaves BP vulnerable to emergent pressures such as an oil spill, and affects the way in which they are able to react. Opportunities. BP have many opportunities available to them in the foreseeable future. There is an increasing demand for natural gas in North America and a rising demand for refined products and petrochemicals in China. Many oil and natural gas exploration projects which have been facilitated by their partnership with TNK-BP, such as shale gas exploration in Ukraine. Other opportunities are the investments in alternative energy, such as explained earlier, and the partnerships with large Eastern European countries' refiners, such as Russia's TNK. BP are also facing many threats. By not capitalizing on the Rosneft venture, BP have lost out to close rivals ExxonMobil, who in the earlier part of this year secured a deal with the company, allowing ExxonMobil to capitalize on a $500 billion investment. Furthermore, analysts and investors in the UK are arguing that BP should be broken up, or risk takeover from the Russians, Chinese, and Indians. Investec Securities have demanded a radical, full demerger of BP to stop the acute discount which is affecting BP's share price and leaving shares critically underpriced and open for a hostile takeover. Another threat would be bad publicity due to the 2010 Gulf of Mexico oil spill and their diminishing reserves.
The overall effect of BP's strategy on key stakeholders shall now be assessed. In regards to meeting the needs of shareholders, BP's recent strategic plan of selling a further $9 billion worth of assets to raise low share prices can be seen as a strategy tailored specifically for their shareholders' needs. With BP shareholders putting pressure on management of BP and possibly filing legal action against the company for the collapse of the Rosneft partnership deal, an extreme strategy was essential in keeping the shareholders on side. Government and community group needs have been brought to attention as of late due to the controversial Mexico Gulf spill. Although BP have made clear as an organisation that they would be more responsible, community groups such as Greenpeace remain unconvinced, particularly in the potential risks met with BP's future plans of drilling in the North Yeast field. In this case, Greenpeace needs are brought into conflict with government needs, as David Cameron is in full support of such action, stating that this would provide a massive boost for jobs and growth. In regards to meeting the needs of their consumers, BP are continue with further exploration and production of oil, which in accordance to BP be available for the foreseeable future. As well as this, BP are also developing alternative forms of energy, such as renewable wind energy. By BP supplying customers with quality oil, they are meeting their needs for consumers. Overall, it's clear that BP's recent strategy is focused on meeting the needs of certain stakeholders, and due to conflict of interest, it has been hard for BP to meet all their stakeholder needs and interests.